Nichtswahlwelte. Kannst du mehr unterschiedlich Mezzo forte 3P, ja? Und bitte das Pedal am Ende des Tons, sodass es sofort klingt, wie ein Glockenton oder ein Tam-Tam-Ton. Ja? Dans la musique de George, en général, ce que je trouve difficile, c'est la grande responsabilité de chaque note. Alors l'importance expressive et formelle de chaque note, et en même temps la grande fraîcheur qu'il faut donner.
Each note has a specific harmony and a specific figure attached to it, which can't change. And so it really is like a mosaic made out of 8 objects that you simply place next door to each other.
So you mean every time you get back to that note, you have
every
to
time
use
you have
the
this
same material?
Note B,
Yeah.
you have a major chord with the sort of harmonics pianissimo at the top, like that. Every time you have this B here, you have this little gesture, which is much more contorted and metallic harmonically. And every time you have this low A flat, it creates this sort of thunderous wave of sound going right to the lowest note of the piano.
That seemed a very good exercise to do with youngsters. It's easy to understand and it's easy to create.
So, die Aufgabe ist so. Auf dieses Instrument, man spielt D und dann macht eine Art Begleitung herum. Aber ganz kurz, ganz kurz hier. Und man darf nur diese Noten benutzen, die ich mit, ja, einverstanden?
The revelation for me about Benjamin was this business of never reacting to inspiration. That inspiration has nothing to do with him. What he does is he invents himself a set of rules and he starts working with them.
On pense souvent que la musique contemporaine est une musique très intellectuelle ou très hermétique. Mais il y a beaucoup de musiques différentes, avec beaucoup de personnalités très différentes. La difficulté, mais aussi l'intérêt, c'est que tous les créateurs ne parlent pas la même langue.
There's a famous story of Charles Ives when his father made him play Way Down Upon the Swanee River in C major and accompany it in E flat. And the father said it was to open his ears. And I understand exactly that, so that your ears don't just think that Mendelssohn and Mozart is wonderful, so you can listen to Stravinsky and Stockhausen and all these people.
Also wir sollten ein Stück komponieren, und zwar möglichst in der rechten Hand nur Septim auf weißen Tasten und in der linken Hand eine Melodie, die immer chromatischer wird und also auch möglichst nur auf weißen Tasten ist.
Ja, das finde ich schön. Composing in a vacuum with no parameters is terribly difficult for a professional composer. So for a child, it's even harder just to say compose.
Some people like to think of the idea of a composer having a feeling and transmitting that into music. That's how it always appears on the movies. I actually believe that less now. I think if you concentrate on writing music, you'll find surprising emotions and surprising forms of expression you wouldn't have thought of. By chance, by accident. And the best way to beckon that inside, at least myself, is to concentrate on the nuts and bolts. And if I find a little nut and bolt that charms me, that gives me some interest, well then I'll follow it and something may come out of it.